Okay.
We can just do a whole nother set. So I'll know hopefully soon if we got that. And if not, once I get the funding, I want to continue on. This has been wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
It's
listen,
been invaluable.
really, wow. Awesome. So what are we walking away with today?
What I got out of this is the next step of, okay, yes, I can identify what my students are, but where do I go from there? I have to decide, am I okay with just mid-management, which I am, but I also, my aspiration to be higher than mid-management. If I'm going to do that, first I have to identify, is it God-driven or me-driven? Because I do have that. Sometimes you have to take a back seat. So I'm not necessarily feeding that personal pride. I'm going to have to learn how to set that pride aside in order to even get to that level. I have to decide if I'm going to go that direction. I have to develop, and that means I have to keep remembering others in order to even develop in that way. That I have to completely shift the way I think, which should protect me from my biggest fear of doing all the things you said leaders do. That's one reason I'm afraid to go to that level, because I know that it'll be about me. I just know that human nature of me that I struggle with so much, because I have been blessed to have done well, and I have to remember it's not me, it's God. So I attribute those things. So I'm going to struggle with that, but I feel better knowing that if I do go that direction, I won't get very far unless I switch that around anyway.
Right.
So it's almost protecting myself by even going forward. That's the best way to even train myself. Then I can say, do I choose to be here or am I stuck here? That's the difference. So that's what I've, and then I'm honest with the assessment of myself. Sometimes it hurts, but I'm gonna have to open up myself to actual, like, telling people no. Yeah. There may be things that I haven't thought of that I'm going to hear, and you got to be ready for it. Yeah.
You got to be ready for it. I would say, to get over the fear, operate out of your being. It's about who you be, who are you. And when you start operating out of your being, you start operating out of serving. Right.
Like, I want to hear that, because I want to be a being better.
Right, exactly. So when you start operating out of your being, you start operating out of serving. So no longer is it like I'm fearful of what that would be. It's like, listen, I'm here to serve, and I know I'm capable of doing this job. I'm capable of going to this next level. And no matter what, limiting beliefs I have on myself, I know that I don't have a spirit of fear, because I wasn't born with one. The reality is that, you weren't. Are we fearful? Yes, but do we have a spirit of fear? No. Right? It's a huge difference. Okay, there are some things that we are afraid to do, and that just comes with human nature. But once we say, okay, I'm going to operate out of my being, and I'm going to operate out of who I am, I start operating out of, the spirit of what I was really, really born to be, and who I am, and I start operating out of that spirit of serving. It's serving the people, because guess what? At the end of the day, it's not about me, it's about them. And who am I to hold back this gift that I have, that I know I have, and I don't want to be buried with the gift. I want the gift to be released from me once I'm finished. Okay.
We can just do a whole nother set. So I'll know hopefully soon if we got that. And if not, once I get the funding, I want to continue on. This has been wonderful.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
It's been invaluable.
Really? Wow.